Hey, everybody. Welcome to season 3 of Coach Please. I'm Dan.
I'm Monsalite.
Today, we're going to talk about why do coaches make normal conversations so damn weird?
Right? I mean, I do this now and I'm blaming it all on becoming a coach. The other day, I was at lunch with a group of girls and we're hanging out, we're having this amazing conversation, we're sipping on our tea and our coffee with a little lunch, and then somebody asks or makes a comment directed towards me. And what do? I give it this long pause, just silence. And before you know it, everyone's looking around the table. You know, Monsalit, are you there? Oh. And they had to bring me back to reality. Wait, I wasn't in a coaching session. I was in a conversation. And for some reason, I decided to give this person across from me a little space to, I don't know, think about what they were saying. And it got really awkward really fast.
So you glitched and they had to hit your reset button, like, get us
Yeah,
back in.
exactly. That was literally what it was. And it just made me think, as coaches, we are learning to listen in layers. But most people don't communicate that way outside of these sessions or coaching, and people don't really listen in that regard, the way we are learning to listen, and silence to coaches feels like, oh, we're being so productive. I mean, I don't know about you, but like when I'm having a silent moment in coaching, I'm like, wow, I'm so productive. And all of a sudden I'm starting to see these things I'm doing in sessions are going out with me and in my everyday life.
That's when we know we're really embodying the idea and the role when it just happens, which
Yeah.
is on one hand, it's a wonderful place to be because we can just drop into it. But on the other hand, I just think about those who know us really well, and when they know that we also operate in this industry and this is our job, that we run the danger of anytime we ask a question just to understand, it turns into, I don't need you to coach me right now. I'm just trying to figure out. I have no context for what
Right?
you're telling me.
Right. I mean, and that's the other thing. So if you have spouses that, spouses or children or siblings, people that are really close to you that know what you do for a living, they sometimes when you're not even trying to coach them, I mean, you literally are just being a human being in front of them, trying to understand what it is they're saying to you. And they say exactly what you just said, like, I don't need coaching right now. And you're like, I wasn't coaching. Like I wasn't even trying to coach you right now.
Yeah, because if I was, I'd be sending you a damn invoice. Let's get over this already.
That's so true. I like that. I'm going to say that the next time somebody close to me thinks I'm coaching them.
Here's my bill, or you can just pick up the tab for lunch. We'll talk later.
I have to remind myself that not every conversation needs depth. Sometimes people are just talking, and sometimes people are just talking, and I don't need to try to make something more of it than what it is. And I think sometimes it is hard to embody your life as a coach, but also turn the coach off in your life.
Oh yeah, because once we get used to the habit of listening in that way, shallow conversations just aren't as much fun. But then there's the weird thing that you and I talk about all the time with well-being. And honestly, we don't need to have deep conversations all the time. Sometimes that surface conversation that's just about what's going on in the day and how's the weather, what's the price of gas, you know, we need those too, just to be connected to everybody else, because not everyone wants to go below the waterline on that iceberg. And for our own well-being, it's important to stay where we can breathe sometimes and just, I don't have to do any hard work right here.
Yes, yes. Yeah, and not everything that somebody says has to be made into something or meant something, right?
It all means
Yeah,
something. What do we want to make it mean is the
right,
question.
right. I think being a coach makes you notice more and it trains you to notice more. And I think what we have to remember is that when we're outside the session, noticing more doesn't always make conversations smoother. It makes them awkward. It can make them really weird. So Keep that in mind, everybody, when you are a coach and you're outside your session and you somehow accidentally start to do things that are not um, normal human being behavior.
Yeah, if you start doing that whole Vulcan Mr. Spock thing where one eyebrow raises and this, you're analyzing me right now. Probably bad place to be in.
Exactly. Don't give so much silence. People get uncomfortable with silence. So it's great in the conversation of coaching. Not always so great when you're sitting around a table with a group of friends having a nice lunch.
Yeah, save the silence for when you're getting paid not to say anything. That's the
Ooh,
part.
love it. See you guys in the next episode.
Yeah.
Bye.